Drummers Against Implied Timekeeping. I'm going to do a comparable video. This is traditional grip versus matched grip. And I wanted to discuss it because I had seen a video that had been recently posted on YouTube in a three-part series regarding traditional grip. And from a historical and mechanical sort of way, it was explained very well by the drummer. Very good drummer, seems like a great guy. But it kind of got me to thinking and to basically give you my view on traditional grip versus matched grip. Now, as I can't give a bigger disclaimer, as this is my own opinion. And I know this is controversial. And clearly there's people on both sides of the fence of traditional grip versus matched grip that have a strong view of it. So I just want to give you my view of it and give you the reasons why and base it upon my experience. All right, so that's my disclaimer. Please bear with me, okay? Don't shoot me. Now, I started the drums in 1967. I was 10 years old. Traditional grip was the way to do it. The J. Burns Moore book is what I used, the Buddy Rich book, and of course stick control. Traditional was it. No teacher that I knew in the Northeast, New York City vicinity taught matched grip. It was always traditional grip. Now, by coincidence, by late 1967, historically, heavy music came into play. And a band called Blue Cheer, with their drummer, I forget his name offhand, but heavy music came in and matched grip was in play. And that was it, that year. Now, for me, I did not go to matched grip until 1977. So I learned and studied out of the books and everything on drum set playing traditional holding of the sticks. Now, when you go over to matched grip, the mechanics change dramatically. And clearly that's an issue. Okay, so 1977 I went over to matched grip. Now, anyone who's come on to my series knows very well you cannot possibly play traditional. You have to play matched grip in an open hand position. I invite those of you who are coming in for the first time just to go through the series for that reason. It's impossible logistically and mechanically to do it. Now, I would say, as a rule of thumb, any drummer looking to play drums or is coming in, has been playing even 10 years now, there is absolutely no reason to play traditional grip in the modern drum set today. None. Even if it's jazz or pop or whatever, always matched grip. The reason being here is the mechanics aspect of drums now has become so advanced that traditional grip just does not apply to the modern drum set, musically or historically. I would say that playing traditional grip would be something you'd want to experiment with if you are a master of matched grip. You would have to be just a master of matched grip to experiment with traditional playing, okay? And that takes time to obviously master. You can be playing a long time. But I am of the thinking and of the opinion, when you play traditional grip, you are setting things in motion 20 and 30 and 40 years down the line that are detrimental to your playing. And I am here to tell you that 47 years later. By playing traditional grip, when you look at your four limbs, the way I see it, your right hand is running about 80% of what you're doing on the drums. 80%, 4/5 is your right hand. I would say 10% is your left hand, 8% is your right foot, and 2% is your left foot. If you add into traditional playing like this, you are enhancing it even more. You're making it 85%, 90%. And you're actually, the more you accent your right, the less you are working your left. And there is a whole world I want to open up to you with your left side that was never there, that I want you to tap into. Your power, your independence, your way of expressing time improves if you can just get a little bit over to this side. That's why I have my series. All right? Now, I'm not going to deny Buddy Rich is a traditional player. Who's better than Buddy Rich? Todd Zuckerman comes to mind, a drummer who I admire greatly, no question about it. And with Vinnie Colaiuta and Jojo Mayer comes to mind. These are traditional holding of the sticks drummers. But I would say try to see it in terms of how much more they could do if they played matched grip. They could even do more. Now it is interesting, when I looked at this person's video, the 3-part series, the Vic Firth endorsing, he admitted at the end of the video all the mechanical limitations that traditional holding of the sticks gives him on his left hand that would be improved by holding it matched grip. He expressed it in a way that almost contradicted the point of making of the video, other than he just liked to try it this way. And I say this is not a very good reason to be doing that. You're admitting that you're less mechanically able to do certain applications and lessening your left side, but you just feel like you want to do it. I would say that's not very good reasoning. I would say if you want to play traditional in a jazz context and you want that original feel, go at it. But you better be a master of match grip. That's the point here. That's not to take away from these great traditional players, but you have to see it in the context of time and place. But in the modern drum set, especially the way technology has come along with the advent of the way drums are set up, match grip is pretty self-evident. You have hi-hats on both sides, cymbals on both sides, drums on both sides. It's basically a binary way of playing. You're two halves of a whole. And that's exactly what it is. When you look at the evolution of the modern drum set, it was basically set a certain way, but that is changing. So match grip prevails, as it should, because of power and various other things. So that's just my rule of thumb. Now, as I said earlier, this is going to be very controversial, and I'm not looking to so much get into an argument. I just want to set a rule of thumb that generally, when you're learning the drums, when you're learning traditional without knowing matched, you are unintentionally hurting and limiting yourself. Whereas you should learn matched, and eventually, if you want to try a different style, traditional, that's down the road for you. Never the other way, the way I went. It became more difficult, causes more problems, makes less creativity. There are other things that come about. And so you don't want that. You want to play matched grip at all times and strengthen both sides equally at all times, and eventually change. I want to make another idea too. This is just theoretical. One of the few drummers that actually made the transition and could do both fantastic is one of my idols, and his name is Tony Williams. Most of you know who he is. Tony Williams was a child prodigy on bop playing. At 14, he was playing with Eric Dolphy, and he has arguably one of the greatest ride cymbal playing ability with his right hand. When fusion music came in 1970, Tony was right there, though, I remember, and I saw him play match grip because he saw what was happening. And I want to instill that kind of Tony Williams in you, that Tony Williams is one of the greatest drummers ever, and that made me love him even more. That he could have easily said, and he has said in interviews in Downbeat in the 70s, I think, that for some reason he enjoyed playing jazz music traditional way because he grew up that way and he loved it and it fit the style of music. And I understand that. But he also knew when he did his fusion group in the early 70s, Lifetime, and for any of you who don't know those records, with Alan Holdsworth on guitar, you have to get those, okay? Those are great records. Tony was just always breaking new ground all the time, and of course that's why I like him very, very much. Always breaking new ground, and he went to matched grip. So he's one of the few greats who did matched and traditional, understood the differences, and was always moving, and that's what I want to stress to you. Just thought of that, okay? So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, contact me on twitter.com/drummersagainst, facebook.com/drummersagainst, implied timekeeping, and I would like to ask for your subscription. Your subscription is your way of showing support to what I'm doing, and every once in a while I do like to just give you an idea of my view on something, but at least I want to tell you why. You deserve to know why certain things are the way they are, and hopefully I can express that and articulate it as accurately as possible without coming across as crazy, so you don't shoot me, all right? So my thanking you for those who have subscribed to my channel and stayed with me this past year, a little over a year, and for those of you, as I say, who haven't subscribed, take a look at my whole series, and you'll get an idea where I'm coming from, especially on my introduction and my explain videos. and they set forth exactly what we're trying to do with an open hand position and matched grip. All right, so for you traditional grip players, please, as I say, don't kill me. Just try to understand where I'm coming from. And if you'd like to just tell me what you think and let me know why you think it, always, I look forward to it. Take care. My best to all of you.